Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 4-4, and that's practicing with place value. So today we're just going to have different ways of work on different ways to figure out problems that have some sort of place value mix-ups or changes. So first I want to play around with some numbers. I'm going to put 1,748. You know that this is 1,000 plus 700 plus 40 plus 8. What if I were to switch it around a little bit? What if I were to say 700 plus 8 plus 1,000 plus 40? Would that change the value of the number? Would that change the number? The answer is no. Either way, this equals 1,748, and this would equal 1,748. Just because I'm switching around the order of the place value, it doesn't mean that the answer is going to be different. Okay? So, I'm going to scoot this aside, and I wanted to go over a few with you. And I'm going to either write them in word form or, actually I'm going to write them just standard form. So I'm going to do, let's do 7 plus 60 plus 2,000 plus 400. Okay, I want you to figure out what this number is. So I want you to pause it, work on it, and unpause it. Okay, hopefully you realize 2,000 is the biggest, so I'm going to start with a 2. Okay, and know that I'm going to need 3 place values after because we're in the thousands. Next, I'm going to go to the hundreds. So put a 4 there, then I go to 60, 6 there, I go to 7 there. You notice I didn't put zeros after them because when I say 4 there, it means 400. You know that it's a 400 next because there's 2 digits after it. 6 is a 60. You know it's 6 tens because there's 1 digit after it. And then when it comes to the ones, that 7 is by itself because there is nothing after it. Okay, let me do another one. Let's do 80 plus 900 plus 2 plus 1,000. Okay? Pause it, work on it, unpause it. Alright, hopefully you found the biggest number. Notice there's 1,000, and I'm going to do 1,000 with a 1, with a comma, and 3 zeros after, or 3 lines after, because those are going to be filled with something. It might be a 0. Okay, so next we have 9. We have 9 100s, they go in the hundreds place. We have 8 tens, goes in the tens place, and we have 2 ones, they go in the ones place. So your answer should be 1,982. One more here for you. Let's do 800 plus 40 plus 2,000. Pause it, work on it, unpause it. Alright, so hopefully you grabbed the biggest number. I said it was 2,000 and knew there are 3 empty places after it. Grab the 8 for 800, grab the 4 for 4 tens, and then how many ones are there? There are 0. So that's how you would do it. And I'm going to do one more for you. Let's move this out of the way. I'm going to do 70 plus 2 plus 1,000. Pause it, work on it, unpause it. Alright, so hopefully you realize, okay, I have 1,000 to start, so there are 3 numbers after it, 3 digits after it. Next we have, the next highest is a 70. Well, that's 7 tens, so that 7 goes there. So that means 7 tens. And we have 2 ones, a 2 goes there. So what should go in this spot? Hopefully you all put 0, because there are no 100s. Okay, so don't be tricked on that. Don't say it's 172 0, because that would tell you that that's 700, which is not that. And that would tell you that's 20, which is not that. Okay, so that number is not correct. Make sure you know that you know and understand where the place value goes, or where the digits go. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way. And I want you to turn to page 221. And they're basically having you unscramble the same thing I just did, except they're writing in words. Okay, so you have 8 ones. So there's 8 ones, 6 hundreds, and 4 tens. Well, you have 4 tens, so you want to build backwards. 648. 2, I want to find the biggest number first, 9 hundreds. So I'm going to put 2 marks after it because those have to be filled with something. 7 tens, 1 1. Okay, I'm going to bounce around here real quickly, And I'm going to do a little bit from each of the next 2 pages, and I'm going to send you on your own to work on it on your own. Okay, it says, the next part says unscramble the place values and write the number. Then make a place value drawing for the number. Remember, the place value drawing has 1,000, 100, 10, 1. Okay, so the first one says 600, 9 ones, 3 tens. So you have 600 is the biggest number. You have 3 tens and 9 ones. So 639, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. For 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's what you'll do on the next 3. Don't do that yet. I want you to turn to the next page. I'm going to go over this with you just briefly, and then I really want you to work on this on your own today. Spend the rest of the rotation just working independently. Okay, the first one says, the bookstore received 35 boxes of books. Each box held 10 books. Okay. How many books did the store receive? Alright, so the store received 35 boxes of books. Okay. So we know that each box had 10 books in it. So if I want to draw it using the a place value drawing, this is what I would do. I would draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 boxes right there, because each box has 10 books. Okay, so each one of these rows represent 10 books. So I'm gonna put a square around these, because 10 boxes of 10 books represents 100. Okay, I'm gonna do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's another 100. Okay, I'm gonna do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's another 100. Okay, we have 300 books so far. 100, 100, 100. Notice what I'm doing is it says there are 35 boxes and 10 books in each box. Each one of these lines represent a box. And as you know from place value drawings, each line represents 10. And that leaves me with only 5 boxes left over. So there's 5 more, which that would equal 50. So you should know you have 100, 200, 350 books. Okay? Actually, I have to label it too. That's really important to label your answers. Books. Alright. So, next one talks about Maya's family picked 376 apples and put them in baskets. Each basket held 10. Here we go again. We're going to have to draw lines for how many baskets until you get all the apples gone, okay? There are 10 apples in each basket, so remember, if you do 10 and circle and put a square around, that equals 100. Okay? There are 376 apples, so make sure you separate them equally. Okay? And then it says how many baskets did they fill? Remember, if the answer is 376, there's going to be some leftover apples. Okay? Because they want to know how many they filled, and then whatever's left over, put inside there. So, I want you to work on pages 221 and 222 at your desk or somewhere in the room, and work on these two together, or work on these 2 pages until I call you up to meet with me.